When I pulled him above the water, he was blue, and that's what scared me.
Tonight at 5, we'll hear from a Broadhead lifeguard whose quick actions saved the life of a young boy.
Plus, we're learning new information about a missing Sauk County teen and why crews are scaling back their search.
And lawmakers at the state capitol commemorate Juneteenth ahead of Monday's national holiday. You're watching News 3 now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. It is a happy ending to a very scary situation. On Wednesday, a young boy was found unresponsive at Broadhead Pool and soon after being taken to a medical facility.
We've now learned that boy is doing okay thanks to some quick action by 3 young lifeguards. Teal Moldine joins us now to share the details behind their heroics.
The lifeguards at Broadhead Pool say it's been decades since a close call like this one. They're still trying to wrap their head around it.
You just watch the water and help kids if they need it.
That's what a typical shift at Broadhead Pool looks and sounds like.
You yell at a few kids for going down the slide the wrong way, and you call it a day.
But there was nothing typical about what happened Wednesday afternoon.
Broadhead Fire, First Response, EMS, your need is Broadhead Pool for a juvenile male found underwater, is out, not breathing.
That's the situation 3 teenage girls, lifeguards at Broadhead Pool, found themselves responding to.
I was just worried that he wasn't going to be okay.
It all started when 17-year-old Tyra Lehman noticed a young boy underwater swimming, seemingly normal. Then one kid at the pool told her he was drowning. Others said he was faking it. Tyra didn't take a chance and jumped right in, swimming as fast as her legs would take her.
I was just thinking, get him above the water, don't worry about anything else.
Hearing the whistle, the 2 other lifeguards came rushing over.
I saw Tyra in the water with this kid on her shoulder.
Together, they pulled him out of the pool and immediately started CPR.
Ended up doing 4 compressions, and that's all I had to do. And then by that time, he had stuff coming out of his nose and mouth.
And when they learned he was going to be okay, first came the relief, then the pride.
I was so relieved. I was pretty proud of myself, and I was proud of my team and how well we all worked together.
As you saw just then, earlier this afternoon, Broadhead's fire chief presented the 3 lifeguards with an award for their act of heroism.
They are true heroes indeed. Phil, thank you. Let's get a look now at the first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Garrett Canaldi out on the weather patio.
It's nice out here. The only problem is we need the rain, and there doesn't seem to be much in the forecast. Let's start out by looking at visible cloud track. You need clouds to make rain, and we had some clouds this morning. You can see them, but they just kind of dissipated this afternoon. They were just low clouds. They really didn't produce much in the way of precipitation. The thicker clouds that are doing that are still well off to the west of us, and as you look at Doppler track, not a drop of rain around Wisconsin. Some showers, light showers across the eastern Dakotas. That's about as close as it gets to us. But with the dry air, it turned cool last night. 47 was the low in Madison, down to 40 in Camp Douglas and in Black River Falls. Most areas were in the upper 40s away from Lake Michigan. Current temperatures are just the opposite. They're cooler closer to Lake Michigan, 60s there with a lake breeze, but inland temperatures mainly in the lower to middle 70s, few places in the upper 70s over southwestern Wisconsin. Madison right now 73, 73 in Edgerton, 74 degrees in Cross Plains. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. Temperatures will drop off into the lower 60s. A little bit of haze in the sky still from wildfire smoke, but later on I'll take a look at our chances for rain, if any, over the next 10 days.
All right, Gary, thank you. We'll check back. Some breaking news in the last hour. We're learning today a key Madison School District public figure is on leave. This comes after embattled school communications director Tim Lamons was the subject of a complaint from current and former employees accusing him of bullying and harassment. That bullying not just targeted at them, but also several journalists in the community. Lamons had previously sued the district to prevent the documents from being public, arguing their release would harm his reputation, but a judge ruled against him last month.
New at 5, a man suffered life-threatening injuries after a single-vehicle rollover crash just south of Broadhead. Greene County deputies were called to the north 1600 block of Mount Hope Road around 5:30 last night. Investigators determined the man was traveling north when he failed to navigate a sharp curve and left the road. The truck was carrying a heavy-duty trailer which detached when he entered a field. The truck rolled over before coming to a rest. The man was taken to a hospital by MedFlight. Deputies say he was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. As the search for for a missing Sauk County teen continues. Investigators have begun scaling back some of their search crews after finding a second campsite in Devil's Lake State Park. The campsite was found in the Baxter's Hollow area. Investigators believe 13-year-old James Yablonsky is alive and may be trying to evade police. They've learned the teen has spoken to friends in the past about living off the grid, asking them how long they think he could survive in the woods by himself. A more targeted search will continue into the weekend and next week. If you spot Yablonsky or anything that may be connected to this case, call police right away.
The Dade County Board has passed a resolution to make the county the first in the state to be a sanctuary for transgendered and non-binary individuals. It passed with 25 yes votes and only one no vote from the district's 20th Jeff Wygand. The sanctuary county means if any state laws were passed criminalizing gender-affirming care, the sheriff's office would be urged to make enforcement a low priority. The meeting lasted nearly 6 hours and well past midnight. The state of Wisconsin has not passed any laws punishing trans or non-binary individuals for gender-affirming care at this point. But around the country, 491 anti-LGBTQ bills are circling or have passed this year. Well, if you need to get to UW Health, the VA Hospital, or American Family Children's Hospital tonight, you need to know that University Bay Drive will be shut down overnight. That is so construction crews can install a new pedestrian bridge over part of the roadway. The bridge, which will be open to pedestrians and bicyclists, is part of an ongoing redesign project along the University Avenue corridor that's meant to address both safety concerns and congestion. Drivers who need to access those hospitals, including the UW emergency room, can still do so during the closure by taking Marshall Court and Highland Avenue. The area will have signage pointing toward detour routes. Governor Evers and Assembly Speaker Robin Vos are going head-to-head over UW System's funding in budget talks this week. At the center of the conversation, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Our Braden Ross joins us live on campus tonight to explain. Braden?
Yeah, it has been a contentious week for UW System funding. Republicans trying to cut the UW budget by $32 million. Evers saying he will veto that budget if they do. Now, these cuts would leave the UW System's state funding with just a fraction of the nearly $450 million they asked for. It's something UW System President Jay Rothman says would make it even harder to keep up with inflation and demand for graduates in the workforce.
And Wisconsin's in a war for talent. We need to have more graduates. We need to have more engineers and nurses and data scientists and educators, and that list goes on. Because when we look at the war for talent in Wisconsin,
Rothman says if they don't get the funding they need, the burden could fall on students. Work on the budget is still ongoing, and we don't know yet if the Budget Writing Committee will actually go through with these cuts. And you can see our full conversation with President Rothman this weekend on Sunday at 10:30 on For the Record.
Braden, thank you. Governor Tony Evers and members of Wisconsin's Legislative Black Caucus raised the Juneteenth flag over the state capitol earlier today. This is the fourth year in a row this flag has been raised for June 19th. The date is marked as a celebration of the emancipation of enslaved African Americans in the United States.
But this action does sound a message loud and clear that in Wisconsin, we celebrate Black history and culture. We celebrate the progress and resilience of Black communities, and we are committed to build a brighter future for our state.
The flag is flying outside of the King Street entrance to the Capitol building and is replacing the Progress Pride flag until Monday. Other flags that typically fly over the Capitol will not be disrupted. Next at 5, Gary's back with a Father's Day weekend forecast.
Plus, cities across the southern and central U.S. are cleaning up after severe storms tore through several communities, and more storms are on the way. And then tonight at 6, what's next for parents after Republican state legislators vote to end funding for child care subsidy programs?
Stocks took a breather from this week's rally, but stocks still had their best week since March. The Dow Industrials lost 108 points, closing at 34,299. The Nasdaq off 93. The S&P 500 gave up 16. And we'll be right back.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big, big, big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Lean back and enjoy the summer savings at the Century House. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless seating. The more you spend, the more you can save instantly. So furnish an entire room with the most comfortable seating in the world and watch the savings add up. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It means we're committed to seeking justice for those injured by someone else's negligence. It means standing up to the insurance company, helping you with your medical bills, and getting you fully compensated for lost time at work. Have questions? When you contact Lawton Cates, there's no charge for our initial consultation, and there's never a fee until we deliver the results you deserve. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today.
You got me.
Okay, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. It's day 5 in the search for a missing teen, last seen near Devil's Lake. We are live in Baraboo with the latest. Then UW system students react to funding cutbacks on diversity and inclusion initiatives. That's tonight at 6.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Republicans across the state are meeting in La Crosse for their annual state party convention. Top of mind, next year's elections. Can Republicans unseat both Tammy Baldwin and Joe Biden? Political reporter Will Keneally has the story from La Crosse.
So we're kind of caught between two different election cycles here. Republicans lost significantly both last fall and this past spring with the state Supreme Court election. So right now they are trying to rebuild their party's efforts here in Wisconsin. We sat down with UW La Crosse political scientist Anthony Chergosky for an inside glimpse into what that rebuilding might look like.
Just a lot of uncertainty right now as the Republicans gather in La Crosse. They don't know who their candidate is going to be against Tammy Baldwin. They don't know who the candidate for president is going to be on the ballot in Wisconsin. And they don't know what the legislative maps are necessarily going to look like moving forward because the Wisconsin State Supreme Court could redraw the maps.
Congressional maps have traditionally favored Republicans and could be redrawn. But Republicans are also looking to target Senator Tammy Baldwin as she's up for re-election next year. Now, the key thing to watch this weekend is how politicians are positioning themselves to be Baldwin's potential challenger. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 6. Reporting from La Crosse, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Well, new at 5, Walgreens and CVS are updating training to make sure women have access to reproductive health medications. The Department of Health and Human Services opened an investigation into the chains after receiving complaints. Women across the country reported being denied prescriptions for drugs like methotrexate. That medication can be used to induce abortions, but it's also used to treat other conditions like cancer, lupus, and arthritis. In October, the HHS secretary said pharmacies have a federal obligation to fill prescriptions. Walgreens and CVS have agreed to monitor denials of medications and create an avenue for customers to report complaints about delays or denials. Meanwhile, UPS Teamsters plan to go on strike if a new contract deal isn't reached with the company by August. The current contract ends for more than 330,000 workers at the end of next month. Negotiations are progressing. The Teamsters reached a deal earlier this week for air conditioning to be installed in newly purchased trucks, but there are still larger issues of salary to be worked out. UPS has said it's confident that there will not actually be a strike.
Right now, hundreds of thousands of people across the southern and central U.S. are still without power after powerful storms spawned tornadoes, heavy rain, and even hail in some communities. Chris Wynn has more on the severe weather.
In the Texas Panhandle,
huge tornado on the ground. Oh my God. Tornado just went through town.
Death and devastation in a flash.
It came out of nowhere. There was no sirens.
Officials say at least 3 people were killed and dozens were hospitalized Thursday after a tornado with greater than hurricane force winds ripped through the town of Perryton.
There was a time where I thought that I was going to die and I was going to leave a lot of things undone. Good people lost their lives.
The local fire chief saying as many as 200 homes, including a mobile home park, were destroyed, with the impacted area stretching up to 1.5 miles in length.
If you'd have told me 5 minutes before if this was going to produce a tornado, I would have said no.
Wow! The National Weather Service says 2 tornadoes were reported Thursday in Texas, 4 in Oklahoma, and 1 in Michigan. More severe storms are expected Friday, with over 50 million people under threat, according to the Storm Prediction Center. In Perryton, those who survived the tornado are counting their blessings.
I think that there's a sense of fear just of the unknown. I don't think anybody really has any idea what's going to happen next. The shock is still sitting in.
As the community tries to heal and move forward. I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
Unbelievable video, and Gary's here now with more on that severe weather outbreak.
You know, over the last couple of days, it has been very active. The severe weather started out southwestern Kansas and the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles, mainly in the form of tornadoes to start, and then you can see all of these high wind reports, basically in a line right from Oklahoma all the way down into the southern portion of Georgia and the Florida panhandle. A lot of hail reports. There were some reports of hail larger than softball size. Just incredible. Of course, the tornado in Perryton up in the panhandle of Texas. Unfortunately, there were at least 3 fatalities there because of that. And then also some very heavy rain. You know, we've been looking for rain. Take a look at some of these estimated rainfall totals just over the last 3 days across parts of southern portions of Georgia into northern portions of Florida, southern Alabama. Many locations seeing 6 to 12 inches of rain, but a good soaking through much of the southern part of the United States. The next batch of storms firing up right now in northern Mississippi. Severe thunderstorm watch from much of Mississippi and western Alabama until midnight tonight. But those are the haves when it comes to the rain. We're in the have-not category. 3 things you need to know. It's going to be getting warmer into next week with temperatures by the end of the week, probably touching the 90-degree mark. But it'll also be dry through next Saturday with one exception, a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm on Father's Day Sunday. And right now I'm thinking probably less than 20% of us even seeing that. If that, the better chances for rain will stay out to the west. And then by the end of the week, high temperatures will be in the lower 90s. So all that does is evaporates any of the moisture that's around. And you just, you know, it's kind of feeds on itself. That's what happens when you get into a drought like we have right now. Doppler track, you've got to look really hard to see a few sprinkles of rain, and that's pretty much it across the upper Midwest. U.S. Drought Monitor released yesterday. All of southern Wisconsin now in a moderate drought. We're starting to see areas of severe drought through the Chicago area, parts of northern Illinois, and then severe to extreme drought conditions over parts of Nebraska into Kansas, although some of this is starting to alleviate because they've had showers and storms there. But looking out in the future, the 8 to 14-day precipitation outlook taking us through the end of June, calling for equal chances of above or below normal precipitation here. The southern part of the United States is favoring the dry weather, but temperatures are expected to continue above normal. And again, that just makes things worse when you evaporate what moisture there is to even try to get showers and storms going. Planning your night across Dane County, look for skies to be clear for much of the night, then partly cloudy toward morning. Low 49 in Marshall, 53 in Oregon, 53 for the low in Middleton. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 57 in La Crosse, 49 in Camp Douglas, and 49 degrees in Janesville. For tomorrow, look for skies to become mostly sunny. It'll be hazy and warm. High temperature at 82. And if you look at the first warned 7 to 10 day forecast, we go up from there. Again, just a slight chance for a thunderstorm on Father's Day, Sunday, with highs in the mid-80s, upper 80s the beginning part of next week, lower 90s by the end of the week. Probably the best chance of thunderstorms, and about a 30% chance at that will be on Sunday of next weekend. But still, we'll take what we can get. But there just isn't a lot out there. As we check out first warn traffic, some good news there. Right now, not seeing much in the way of issues on the Beltline. There was an accident inbound on Highway 30. That has been cleared. Just a little bit of a slowdown northbound on I-3990 north of the Beltline interchange. A 14 to 15-minute trip either way on the Beltline. That's good news today. 18 minutes inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown on East Washington Avenue. Outbound, that'll take you 18 minutes as well. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is a 16-minute trip. And from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990 takes you 25 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. The Madison area parade of homes officially underway this weekend. We're taking a sneak peek at some of the new homes up for viewing. These homes are part of the cluster in the Windsor Gardens neighborhood of Sun Prairie. Another parade site is Arboretum Village in Wanakee. There's also scattered site homes individually located in distinct neighborhoods across the area. This year, there are 26 different homes by 22 local builders with something for everyone to see.
The Madison area builders has been doing the parade of homes since the 1950s, and it seems like every year there's something new. It's exciting, and it's been a tremendous group of people that have put these homes together.
The spring parade of homes happening now through Sunday, June 25th. We posted a link to tickets on channel3000.com.
Well, now is the time to vote for Best of Madison. You have until the end of the month to vote for your favorite businesses, people, things to do, and much more. Head to channel3000.com and look for this story on our homepage. Then scroll down to the bottom of the article and you can click on each category to vote. All you'll need is a valid email address to register and make sure your votes are counted. Don't forget, you can only vote once per category. Next at 5, non-traditional employment is on the rise.
How the need for a work-life balance is changing the workforce. That story after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. Every run is more than just a run. It's about finding oneself. Movement in a new pair of Hokas is good magic. Gear up today at Morgan's Good Form Running. Buy a pair of Hokas and experience the difference. Why run when you can fly?
Experience the comfort and style of Hoka. Visit us here today at Morgan's Good Form Running.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your big promotion.
And to your new house.
I know!
What? I guess you had to move fast in this market.
Right? Best thing I did was get a pre-approval from Summit. Once I knew my budget, I only looked at homes I could make a serious offer on.
And how's construction going on your place?
1 month left.
Must be stressful.
Actually, no. I'm working with Summit too, and they've been great about answering all my questions and guiding me along. It's been easy.
Whether you're building or buying a home, Summit Credit Union is here to help.
Sometimes you're so busy taking care of everyone else, you don't do enough for yourself or your mouth. But eventually it will remind you. When it does, Aspen Dental is here for you. We offer the custom dental treatments you need all under one roof right nearby. So we can bring more life to your smile and more smile to your life, affordably. New patients without insurance can get a complete exam and x-rays for $29 and 20% off treatment plans. Aspen Dental, anything to make you smile. Schedule your appointment today.
Get 11% off great gifts for Dad at Menards. We've got all your automotive needs covered, from tools and accessories to maintenance and everything in between. Trust Menards to help out with all of your automotive needs. Store your tools and organize your garage with the Masterforce 14-drawer tool chest. Easily access your tools with a patented raise and release system. This Masterforce tool chest is $976.98 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $1,200 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $1,200 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with a one-of-a-kind cooling technology, pulling heat away from your body, keeping you up to 10 degrees cooler, allowing for a better night's sleep. Right now, Tempur-Pedic Queen mattresses start at only $96 per month. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Steinhoffels, your mattress destination. Shop in-store or online.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The American workplace is changing. The pandemic, the Great Resignation, and corporate layoffs have made many job seekers interested in non-traditional forms of employment.
Danya Backus explains why independent professionals are increasing in the workforce.
When Danny Owens was laid off from his job this year, he immediately started looking for a new one and decided against traditional employment.
I'm freelancing for a couple different projects and/or brands, nothing full-time.
The creative producer is a part of a growing trend in the workforce referred to as independent professionals. A newly released freelance economic impact report shows there's an estimated 6.7 million independent professionals or freelancers in the U.S.
We're seeing a lot more demand for a different kind of work-life balance.
Siobhan Alders is with Fiverr, a job placement site for freelancers that is behind the research.
We're seeing a lot of people looking for more flexibility in the work that they're doing and more control. Being their own boss is important to them.
According to Fiverr, freelancers earned an estimated $286 billion in 2022, a nearly 10% increase from 2021. 80% of those surveyed say having multiple sources of income provides a greater security than relying on a single employer. And 34% looking for full-time work want to keep a side hustle, even if they find a full-time role.
You get to kind of step in, do the project, finish it, and then leave, which can be like really great.
For now, Owens enjoys being able to pick and choose his jobs and isn't sure he wants to return to a 9-to-5 job. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The report also reveals women see a clear advantage to freelancing for a number of reasons, including working from home and avoiding the possibility of a toxic work environment.
We'll get a final check on your first warn forecast when we come back.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this summer, only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% store-wide, plus special interest financing for 72 months. Only at Ashley.
You got me.
Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
If you're a homeowner looking to make improvements to your home this spring, there's a product now available in your area that's going to save you thousands of dollars on your home's most important investment, your roof. Roof rejuvenation from Greener Shingles will add 5 to 15 years of life to your existing roof without having to go through an expensive roof replacement. I'm here with Russell Beckham, and he's a local authorized dealer of Greener Shingles that's helping homeowners save big money with roof rejuvenation. Russell, explain the roof rejuvenation process from Greener Shingles.
Roof rejuvenation is the process of reintroducing the protective qualities back into asphalt shingles, such as the flexibility, the granular adhesion, and also adding resistance to hail impact.
That's pretty amazing. Call now for a free roof inspection and see if your roof qualifies for roof rejuvenation from your local authorized dealer of Greener Shingles. The number is on the screen right now, but don't just take it from Russell and me. Listen to some of our happy customers.
I was just in the backyard the other day, doing yard work and stuff, and I can't help but to look at my roof because the way it looked before and the way it looks now is just unbelievable.
It appears we probably saved around $20,000 by doing this process.
Save money in 2023 by extending the life of your roof by 5 to 15 years.
Call the number on the screen right now for a free roof inspection and learn more about roof rejuvenation from your local Greener Shingles dealer. Call now.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2023. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including 4 Senses House Cleaning for Best Cleaning Service. Vote today for 4 Senses House Cleaning and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best appliance deals this summer. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% off store-wide. Plus special interest financing for 72 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
On this Friday night, we've got our series, The Future of Cars. Tonight, how video gamers are helping reinvent your dashboard. But will it cause distraction on the road? That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And one final check of the forecast. Father's Day weekend. A lot of people going to be outside barbecuing.
Yeah, and Dad might be watering the lawn and, and the trees too because it's dry out there. There's the live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. At least we don't have a lot of that wildfire haze, so that's an improvement, but that's not. High-resolution radar, not a drop of rain around. Current temperatures, pretty comfortable. A little cooler, closer to Lake Michigan. Milwaukee, 63. Kenosha, 68. But inland, 77 right now. In Boscobel, 73. In Mineral Point, 73. In Janesville. Here in Madison, 73. 73 Verona, and 72 in Belleville. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. Temperatures dropping off into the lower 60s by late evening. We'll take a look and see what our rain chances are at 6.
High and dry.
Still none.
Right.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Hope to see you back here at 6.